What if we could transfer data from one brain to another? What if one day you could send information directly from your brain into mine? No words, no phone, no screen, no keyboard. Just one brain communicating with another. It sounds like science fiction, but the basic idea is no longer purely fictional. Scientists have already demonstrated primitive forms of brain-to-brain communication in humans. The technology is still extremely limited, experimental, and nowhere near the ability to transfer complete thoughts or memories. But the fact that researchers have already transferred small amounts of information between human brains raises a much bigger question. What happens if this technology keeps improving? To understand that, we first need to understand what the brain actually does. Every thought, sensation, movement, and memory is associated with complex patterns of electrical and chemical activity inside billions of interconnected neurons. The problem is that the brain does not communicate using a simple digital language like a computer. There is no single memory file sitting inside your brain waiting to be copied. Instead, information is distributed across enormous networks of neurons, so transferring brain data is much harder than transferring a photograph or a computer file. But scientists have already found a way to take a very small step toward it. In one human experiment, researchers used EEG to record electrical activity from the brain of a sender. The participant imagined a particular movement. A computer analyzed the brain signal and converted it into information. That information was then transmitted electronically to another location. A second technology, called transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS, was used to stimulate a specific area of another person's brain. The receiver could then produce a corresponding response. In other words, information extracted from one human brain was used to influence the behavior of another human brain. It was extremely simple. It was not mind reading. It was not the transfer of a memory. And it certainly was not the transfer of consciousness. But it was a genuine demonstration of primitive brain-to-brain information transfer. And researchers have gone further. Another experiment demonstrated communication in which information was transmitted from one person's brain to another, producing consciously perceived flashes of light in the receiver's visual field. The amount of information was tiny compared with ordinary human communication, but the principle was remarkable. A signal generated by one brain could be detected, converted, transmitted, and then used to produce a specific experience in another brain. Subscribe before the next What If.